Hi guys, Primrose here and welcome to the second part of my houseplant tour. And today we will be doing the spare room. So I have this three-tiered shelvings here in front of my southern exposure window. It is getting plenty of bright light, but I might need to provide supplemental light in the winter time. So I mostly have ferns here, and the bottom part I'm not going to show you because I have extra pots and gallons of rainwater down there and some plants that I've been trying to propagate. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this delicate looking fern here, and this is a rescued fern. It's got a bunch of wilting leaves at the bottom when I first got it, but so far it's doing well. Those delicate, almost lacy, lightly fronds are beautiful, and it's variegated. And back there is another Dracaena. I think it's Dracaena white stripe. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. So another low maintenance, low light plant. We all love low maintenance, low light plants, don't we? And then another rescued fern. So it got a bunch of leaves with browning tips when I first got it. And so far it's doing well, and these are all new growth already. Look how lush. And I believe this is a blue star fern, and it's got that powdery white coating on top of its leaves, so it's growing big. And then back there is another low light, low maintenance plant. I think this is Ficus bengalensis. Yeah, so I got it last year as a tiny cutting. Look at the veining on the leaves. I like it. And then this used to be hanging in the bathroom, but it can shed a lot of leaves. And I moved it here because I wanted to provide it more like a constant humidity. So it's now sitting on top of a gravel, and that is something I cannot do when it's being hung up there because it's heavy. And it's growing all those tentacles. And down there, so this is the Hoya that I've been trying to propagate. I've decided to remove the cover already because all of them now has roots, so I think they can now adapt to the normal growing environment without a cover. And this is my begonia. I promised someone a cutting of my begonia, and I can say that it's almost ready. I can see tiny roots coming out, and yeah, soon they will be ready to be potted up. And yeah, just an empty pot, and this is the Asplenium nidus, and it looks like a plastic plant almost. It's so glossy. I've never wiped it since I came to my home, and it's been about 4 months, but it's so glossy. And then back there is a sleeping aeonium. I learned from Olga that they go dormant in the summer. It's a tiny one, and it came from a flea market in Rome. That's why I really wanted it to thrive. And yeah, so I'm not giving it any water, not yet. And this is the Pothos that was left in the water for a long time, and then when I transferred it in the soil, it just decided to collapse. But I think it's slowly coming back. I am seeing a new leaf right there. And another fern. So this is not a rescued one. I got this for a full price. This is my maiden hair fern, and it's looking so lush. So this here, these are new growth, and I really like how lush they are, and I can say that the gravel really helps for them to stay lush. So that's for extra humidity. And then that's all I have there, and let's move into here. So this is my oxalis. This used to be in the bedroom, and it was right on the windowsill, but I noticed that it's getting sunburned, so I moved it here, and it is still flowering for me. And I love those deep purple colors on its leaves. It was just a few strands when I first brought it home in the spring. It continues to grow. And then I have a little surprise from my begonia. This is a first time bloomer, so I'm quite excited, and it's color white. So it's not fully out yet. It's still in the process of coming out, but I'm so excited to see how big the flowers can get. So this is the only mature stem left. I cut off the other two for propagation, and that new growth there is catching up with the mature one. It is just as tall, and as a, I hope I am right, because I am seeing a white color peeking out, so I really hope it's another flower. As a cane begonia, it can get really tall, and yeah, so it looked luggy without those new growth, but once I cut it back, that is a new growth, and it's catching up with the mature one. It's tall now, and I have another growth right there. So really happy with this one here. And they are known to have that browning tips on their leaves because they love humidity, and so far I don't have that issue, so I'm really grateful. I'm really happy. And ooh, look at this, another plant from Olga, of Olga's Dreamland. So I think this is another variety of Tradescantia, and I think that is a Tradescantia pallida. I'm not sure about that one, but I believe it is another variety of Tradescantia as well. So I have two Tradescantias in this pot, and yeah, they all came from Olga. So pleased with that one. It's growing so well. And the what's left of my really big English ivy, so I'm not so keen about that one now because you cannot touch the root ball. And just let's see what will happen. So that's my Schefflera, and this is a really slow growing plant. I cut the top part to encourage some side shoots, and I also notched it along the stem, but so far it's not doing anything, so it's not as bushy as I wanted it to be, but that's alright, it's alive. I mainly have succulents and cacti in this area, And this is like a common begonia that grows outside. I got this because the flowers are scented and it's a lovely, lovely floral scent. I might have to give this to my father-in-law because he's got a backyard. Yeah, so let's get that out of the way. And then back there is my Stapelia orbea variegata, another plant from Olga. I just repotted it because it's growing so fast. It's got that new growth already. And I just learned that this plant do not want to be in the soil. And now I know why the other one, the other Stapelia orbea that's not variegated, it died because it was in soil. And this one was growing on top of this spot here. It wasn't I did not put it really deep into the soil, so it was kind of growing on top of the soil. And so that's what I did here. It's placed on top of the soil and just filled it up with gravel. I really hope it will bounce back for me. Another plant from Olga. This is my can't remember. I think it's an is it Opuntia subulata. I like how thick and fat that stems are. And then this is my Opuntia subulata, and it looks like a Christmas tree, a little Christmas tree. And then that Chrysula ovara is from Olga as well. And just a tiny sedum that I had to chop off because it was growing very leggy. And with succulents inside my home, so far that's the only problem I have. They get really leggy because yeah, they don't get that much direct sunlight. So this is another cactus, and I don't know the name of this one, but I love the variegation. So I hope the camera can capture that white swirly variegation on the stem. Do you call it a stem? I'm not sure. And then another plants from Olga. So this is a Senecio vitalis. So it bounced back very quickly. And the Cotyledon macranta. Can't remember the name, but I think that's another sedum down there that's been struggling, and that's from Olga as well. And I think it will make it. It looks green. And then this is another plant from Olga. So this is the Chrysula watch chain. I'm so happy with this one. It came to me as a tiny cutting like that. So this is like a new growth already. And it's so dainty. And then my really tall Chrysula, I can't remember the name of this one. So I repotted it, and the roots were so compact. So I had to tease it a little bit to loosen it up, and then it's taking a little longer for this plant to recover. It's, as you can see, the leaves are a bit wilted, and it completely stopped growing since I repotted it, but I really hope it can make it. And then just some jade leaves, some I can't remember the name of this one, the Chrysula ovata leaves that I've been trying to propagate. And this is the Mother of Thousands that I got from Olga, and look how much it has grown. So it's got those tiny babies already. And yeah, so when I first saw this in her video, I fell in love with this plant, and then she promised to send me some plantlets, and she sent me a ton of all different plants. Olga's so nice. And then that is my it used to be purple. I don't know why it's turning green. Maybe it's getting too much sunlight. So this is my euphorbia. Hold on. Trigona. It's turning green. Don't know why. Maybe it's getting too much sunlight. And then my Crassula ovata that I chopped off a lot of its growth. So I don't know how to do it, but I'm trying to make those stem plant and maybe make it into a bonsai tree. I love fun projects like that. So those are new growth already. When I chopped it off in the summer, it was completely bare. And then my Opuntia microdaisy, it's putting out a lot of new ears. So let me just grab a chair. I need to go up. And this is my Crassula Hobbit. It's really thick now. And I was thinking of turning this into a bonsai tree because those trunk are like so fat. And but then again, I love the full look as well. So I might have to just let it like that, just leave it like that. And then up here, so this is one of the first macrame that I made for myself, and I am so pleased with those people who sent me a picture of I'm talking about the macrame giveaways. So I watched a video of collection of Unseen Nature when she was unpacking the macrame, and I saw what plant she put on the macrame, and I was so happy with that. And another winners, I think it's Priyanka Praveen and Mary Connelly, they actually sent me photos of the plants that they picked for the macrame. Oh, thank you so much. You made me so happy. Yeah, and I know that the winners who are in America and Canada, it will take a bit more time. But I really hope to see a picture, what kind of plant you pick for your macrame. Yeah, so this is my sedum jelly beans, and I put it up here because those beans are like so delicate that just a soft touch and they fell off. So I really like how thick it is, and it's got a lot of new babies there because the beans as well can you can propagate it. So I just keep putting it back into the soil, and I'm trying to get into my Queen of the Night. So this was gifted to me by another YouTuber. Her name is Chim, and Chim Nature Lover. She's got a plant channel as well. um, I will leave the link to her channel if you are interested to uh, go visit her and give her some support as well. And she sent me 4 or 5 cuttings, and look how much it's grown. So these are new growth already, and look how long they are now. So another macrame that I made for myself, and I wanted to, yeah, so this plant is like huge already. It's very huge. And I have another Queen of the Night here. Let me see if I can get that in camera. So this one is from Olga. So there might be a different variety, and I labeled it just so I know which one is from Olga. And that one, that is a new growth already. So I might have to repot this next year because it's growing so big. And yeah, I have a channel, a page on Facebook called Macrame and Plants. And I'm thinking, since I have a small space and my plants are growing so much, that I am planning to propagate and give some cuttings away. Not as a giveaway, but if you want some cuttings, you could just go there. I mean, I did not post any pictures of those cuttings yet, but I will be giving them for free. And but you have to help me with the postage, of course. Yeah, so I think that will be the purpose of that page. um I know it can be heartbreaking if you're like new to houseplants and then you pay a lot of money to get them, and then you don't know how to take care of them yet because you are new. At least that's what I experienced when I was new, and I was like, oh no, I spent too much money for that, and then it died on me. So I hope that I don't know, I hope I'm making sense. So that will be the purpose of that channel, and also for my macrame, of course, that I have been making. If you wanted to get one for yourself, I'm selling it. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one, which will be my 3rd houseplant tour. Take care and have a nice day.